Hello and welcome to part 4 of Let's Plays Disco Elysium. We're just trying to get the layout of this place and pick up anything useful. Nice skull. So this person here has been trying to get our attention. The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier. Ah. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside. She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways. That smell coming from her paint bucket is not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock near the pier. Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in the girl's features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring. She hisses, "That ozone whore. Someone's got to keep an eye on her." Ozone is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Revachol. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurant and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez. Who is she? Kim says, "Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her." He nods in her direction. "She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions. You know, do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet." "Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozone." Is that heavy fuel oil? Kim studies the contents of Cindy's bucket. Red dyed heavy fuel oil intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise. "What did you think I was using? Aquarelles? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself back in Jamrock." She really did it. She's proud of it too. That's some clever cultural commentary. You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo. "What are you doing to the wall?" "Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aerograffito visible from low orbit." She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. "I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words." "So you don't know what to write?" "Have you ever tried your hand at graffito? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff like 'Pigs go home' and 'Mona was here.' We rarely see pigs around here, though, just union cards, and my name's not Mona, so—" She wants it to be something true and total. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?" "Yeah?" "I love public art. Don't mind us. Just keep doing what you're doing." "Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval." "She means the opposite." You've lessened her desire to deface the building. Do you know anything about the recent murder? She wrinkles her nose. I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts. Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner, says Kim. We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Catch you later, Cindy. Watch your back. Undulate. We've got eyes on you. Well, we sure are popular around here. Is this box of stuff? Oh, that's the most money I've ever picked up. Above the tops, flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. The lock is rusty. You can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back here. Okay, we have equipment. Let's try the pry bar, shall we? Try it. No, we can't seem to be able to use it in any way. Okay, fine. Switching back to the torch. Oh, maybe this will be better. No. Oh well, we tried. That's all we can do. We could try this door. It's a different way off the balcony. This is an interesting place. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. This looks like an interesting little container. Ooh. Pour la homme, labourer's trousers. Okay, so it means we're better at electrochemistry, but not so good on reaction speed. What's the savoir-faire skill? Because savoir-faire is sneaking. Okay. But so the other ones will give us a alteration to reaction speed. So I think it's the boots that also this should balance things out a little, I think. Ah. Nice hat. How do you like it? An orange bum hat. Let's see how that's affected us. They might not be as good at intellectual discourse. Okay, let's take the hat off for now. The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly. You've gained item apricot chewing gum wrapper. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Sigay. The apricot that's a difficult word. Suzerainty and processed at Sur-le-Clef into the apricot-flavoured chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers. Okay, can we have a look-see? So I assume it's gone into items. Oh no, interact. Okay, let's interact. A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark. Cinnamon's not a fruit. Can a used wrapper shrug? It seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark. What is this about? Why are you looking at this wrapper? Why do I even care about this? Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper, yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. I'll hang on to it, just in case. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret. Maybe this is something to do with our ex-wife. Maybe those were the sweets she liked. Oh. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anywhere around here we can go that we haven't already been to, so let's go back into the building. And there's someone sweeping here. Now, we shouldn't be able to get in here because we did get around by walking around the back. Okay. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. Hey. The door 9 is locked. Looks like we could talk to somebody through this door, possibly. Ooh, that's an interesting form of graffiti. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. A downward facing one, no less. Oh, what's that? What are we thinking? This isn't just a 5-pointed star, it's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words, really. Inspect the symbol closer. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment and fear in equal measure. Why is the star upside down? To symbolise the toppling of the old order. Some social democrats were already using it. What's the deal with the antlers? The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it. Why white? Because white is the colour of peace. What does it evoke in me? Nothing at all yet. Right now it's just a meaningless shape on the wall. This is a big apartment. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Oh, there's another way to a balcony out here. Oh, glasses. +1 logic, -1 authority. Nice. We'd like to keep the authority, but these glasses look cool. Sorry. Okay, maybe they don't look cool. Maybe they look the opposite of cool. But still, I might be able to work out a lot more stuff with them on. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. So suggesting a family of 3. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. This looks like, yes, a way onward. And we have our torch, so we can go this way, yes. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Ew! Right, there's another way out onto the balcony here, and what, an exit somewhere? This is interesting. Might go and investigate some of these doors. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says 11. Knock? No reply. Let's examine the padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters! You won't get very far otherwise. Well, that's for sure. Can't do it with no tool in hand. Let's get the tool out and see if this helps us. No. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working. Oh, I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective. The lieutenant points to the corroded loop with a gloved finger. He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do? Perhaps you should give it another go? Yeah, let's have another go. Yay! The shackle snaps like a twig and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now. After you, Detective. Apparently, there was a pissing match between Precinct 41, yours, and Precinct 57, Kim's. Ask him about this after inspecting the body. Ah, yes, the body. Indeed. That surely wasn't what the exclamation mark was indicating to me, though, was it? Surely not. Must have been something else. Oh, interesting. It's a very neat room. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Oh, revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. There seems to be a few other things we can interact with. Oh, interesting. A bullet. And a shirt that looks like it only gives us pluses to stuff. Pluses to conceptualization. Nice. At the moment, that seems like a really nice shirt to wear. Cool. Whoa. We're looking like super nerdy now, aren't we? So it's like a lab jacket, essentially. Makes us more arty, though. Supposedly. You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. Let's leave. What are we... Ah, okay, it's bringing our attention to the watermarks. So we'll have to remember there are people in here to talk to. Possibly we talk to them later, after we know what sort of questions to ask. Don't forget to click the orbs above your head. They have surprises. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electrical wires. This does look like the place, doesn't it, that the cigarette smoking man, so to speak, was hanging out and possibly witnessed something. So far so good. Just a door, nothing for you here right now. Nothing for me here right now. What about later? Someone's growing rosemary, thyme and a cactus. "28, a door to be remembered." This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Come on then. This is the door to apartment 30. Voices from within, singing along with some buoyant dance track. Well, can we go any further? Can we go up here? No? No. Apparently not. But it would be a good place to get to, I think. If we can. So this is the garden. And there was a door down here. Let's have a look. Locked? Apparently. Maybe this kid's or something. Logic error. She's not sleeping right now. I'm sorry for sneaking up on you. Vagari, she whispers as you're sneaking away. Look at the arse on that. That didn't really achieve very much. Oh, Kuno. We saw... Oh, so that's somebody else who's doing graffiti around the place. Been all around here. We noted the bookshop. And I think that's the only real place we haven't... No. So I might need to go there to basically kill time later. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 8B. So this is our crime scene here. Right, an old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all of the companies in the East Delta Conference Center. Fortress Accident SCA. Well, doesn't seem anything obvious that we should be investigating there. Wait till we have, well, a bit more of a clue, I would say. Alright, so this is our crime scene, and this is our kid that does, oh, smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. We're not doing bad at collecting the magnesium. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Oh, there's some way around the back here. Can we get there? Can we? Or maybe this way. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material. What is this? It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Did they? Yeah. Nice and orderly. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. Oh, so we're sort of recovering. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. What feeling? Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see, especially the small ones. Right, so we could do with a bit more perception to pass that test. I wonder if there's any items that improve our perception. No, reaction speed, no perception stuff. Not right now. Let's look at this tree. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. I wonder if we could possibly persuade this kid to... oh, that seems mean. That seems super mean. Get him to climb up it. Mind you, it's not like he's grossed out with a dead body, is he? He seems to think it's quite fun. The hanged man, the corpse, looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. Oh, lovely. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. Oh my word. So our endurance is terrible. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow. The cop's gonna blow, Kuno. Right, so is there anything we can do to increase our endurance? Endurance? No. Typical. So we're really super unlikely to make that check. But what about, let me see. We want to get our authority back, I feel. What was it, this one that gave us -1 authority? Let's see. The glasses apparently give us -1 authority, so we take them off for now. And I think it was the trousers with the reaction speed. So let's redress slightly. But first There appears to be a clue here. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What kind of boots? Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker might wear? Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks. Point to them. Noted. The lieutenant takes out his notebook. Let's try our visual calculus. Oh, we got damaged morale, gave us a -1. Okay, so we might want to get our morale back. We could use this to do it with, but I'm not sure about. I don't know if resting or just waiting does it. The boy's throwing rocks at the dead body. He can't be older than 12. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin. Yells the other kid from behind the fence. A moment of your time, please? Right. Shit, coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. Juicy what now? I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs. He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying. Are you kids siblings? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a knock. Ah, look, I have questions for you. The body, do you know anything about it? Shitload, pig, what's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Kim, help me out. What do we want to know? If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the unusual. Oh, sorry, not the unusual. The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary, or have you seen anything suspicious? Do you know how he got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down, so he didn't see it happening. You heard. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno was in Revocol. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Okay then. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something. Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist. Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno is? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to? Don't tell him, Kuno. It's lame. It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame. Lame. That's the name of Kuno's city, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that. It's impossible to deduce what this is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case. Ah. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the Fagari, Kuno. Looks like you're a Fagari now. Whatever that means, the suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations. Okay, let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. Get lost. Okay, I'm off for now. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Okay. We have an interesting trash container. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. Okay. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there? Trash? Food waste? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too. Yes, I feel like there's something in there. What do you mean, feel? It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here. He's being sarcastic. Do not ask what the remote viewers division is. There's no need for sarcasm, I just feel strongly about it, that's all. Maybe it's not connected to the case, but still. Oh, he pauses. It might also be evidence. The mod could have disposed of something here. We should get it open. How do we get the lock open? Could use the pry bar. The one you took from the mocha carriage, or Lieutenant? Or we could ask for the key from the manager of Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. Okay, so that's a good point. But I think part of the question is, will he cooperate with us? The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. I got there in the end. Right, I think we needed to at least try to get this body down, even if we're not going to succeed right away. Oh dear. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odour. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk away. Nope, that's not happening. Oh dear. Lovely. Hope we haven't contaminated the crime scene now. Too late. It's impossible to keep it in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. I'm sorry. It's okay, happens to everyone. The lieutenant hands you his white handkerchief. Keep it. Thanks. Ooh, we've gained an item. Cool. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. Do you think that would help? If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odour. But not you. I can't handle the headache. Okay, where do we get ammonia from? There's a frit nearby. East of the hostel they usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, he points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of Whirling in Rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Pretty clever. Okay. So we have So we have a free handkerchief. It doesn't seem to achieve much. Right, maybe is this the gardener with the wheelbarrow that we could talk to? Let's try it. The young woman looks up at you. What can I help you with? You sound surprised. I have some questions. My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some? Sure, I'm done with it. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Okay. I don't think we do need directions. Of course, I won't hold you back. Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Gosh, we got quite a lot there, didn't we? Okay. The gloves may help. Let's switch to the gloves for a little while then. Let's actually do some our job somewhat and inspect. Right. We could maybe ask her some questions. We're definitely wanting to ask him some questions. I want to check if there's any bottles up in my apartment that I can, because, well, there was a lot. It's just whether we can pick them up for our collection. Oh, we can. Cool. Gonna do well out of this. I mean, we clearly spent all our money on these in the first place, so... Oh, is there something, like, do with the sofa? Have I inspected this before? Oh, it's a bed. Is it? Really? Cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night at 2100. Well, it's not time yet, that's for sure. What's this down here? Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. Ah. I really sort of keep making a great impression on him, don't I? Right. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner, but it's all too morbid to ignore. I'm sorry for this. No problem, officer. He takes a step towards the door. Looks like he'd like to leave. Right. There's something up there. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck, so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. Pull on the fan. The blades come to a squeaking halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. It sure is. Oh dear. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffused radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. Oh dear. Okay. We must heal ourselves, apparently. Jeez. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing? Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. Whew. Right. Okay. Man. That was a bit scary, wasn't it? So these are all the checks we haven't managed to pass, apparently. So we could try to up our electrochemistry and maybe encyclopedia in the mirror. Okay. Let's have a go at that then. So electrochemistry. Ah, they're both. That's good. So let's try that with just a small bonus and see if we can do it. Oh. Oh, we can use the chain. Okay, so we need more in electrochemistry to be able to do that, so the gloves are probably going to help. Let's try that. No. How bad are we? Electrochemistry is 3. So we need to get it up to 4, maybe? Somehow. Let's try to use the chain cutters to fix the faucet. At least we can do something. Nope. We have not done well, have we? Can I up the interfacing? Up interfacing, okay. Does this help? No. No. Right, so we have to put skills into them before we're going to get another check on those. Oh dear. It doesn't matter about the items. I should have probably tried to max that out as much as possible to begin with. Well, we're not getting anywhere in particular there, are we? So no. Is there anything here? No. I have to think about how best to approach this interview. What are we going to wear for this interview now? We're going to rip our shirt off? Probably not. So our clothes at the moment are conceptualization. Let's try him. This is supposed to open soon, right? Garte, the cafeteria manager, a man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard, notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. He could be irritated with you. He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there. Mr. Garte, right? Oh, Gart, okay. He responds tersely. He looks at you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. The harbinger of ruin. The gloaming, I am it. I've been to the precipice. I've seen the end. He takes a step back. For a moment the man fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze, then he gives in. He looks behind a pile of coasters and finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. Eee. He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Who, me? Oh, you mean do I have questions? I could pass on the questions, apparently. Considering he seems very good in this regard, I might do that. Behind the building there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on a tree there. And how do we get there? See that door there? He points west towards the pinball table. Go out and turn right. He pauses and sighs. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go in through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard. Are you supposed to feel guilty about the hole? His sigh tells you yes. Really? That was me? Task complete. Super. Let's go. Not so fast. He points at you. You owe me 130 real. Shit. What's real? Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real. He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent. The IIR, or Intersolitary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money. By real, do you mean some form of street cred? No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130. He points to the red ledger on the counter. What do I owe this place for? Let's see. He dramatically turns a page in the ledger. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 comes to 60. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try and tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 rial, actually more, but we've rounded it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revocol. So that's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130. And yes, rial is still money. But what exactly is money? What are you, a philosopher? Since I woke up, I've been having trouble remembering the most basic concepts of reality. Money is what grown people use to pay for things like hostel rooms, or he peeks into the ledger, or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Is this money? Yes, it is. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right? No, you see, there's a tinge of sadness in his voice. That's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency, 100 times smaller than rial. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 rial. 100 times smaller? Yes, but that's horrible. It is. He stands silently looking at the coppers on the counter. For a moment his antipathy is overcome by compassion for the sheer smallness of the money. Isn't it evil, the order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have? Darkness rides. Pick up the coins. It does, doesn't it? There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop for, I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either. What happens now? He turns to the lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then... He shrugs. Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now? You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Isn't there somewhere else I can stay around here? You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home. I don't remember where home is. Officer, a pattern of creases appears on Kit's forehead. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now. The man wants to say something, then thinks the better of it. Good luck. Wow. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. I don't really remember. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Up on Marvel Hill. Why did you say that? The name must have some meaning for me. The old thesaurus comes up empty. Maybe you should ask the lieutenant. Lieutenant? Do you know a place called Marvel Hill? No. He thinks for a moment. But isn't that an expression, not a place? An expression. A saying, up on Marvel Hill. A great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to. Oh. That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Maybe I could trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number of a building. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. So now we have to trace our drunken steps back home. We can internalize this thought and start thinking about it. So we have a whole massive list of things to be getting on with. Now, how do we get this door here? Isn't this supposed to open sometime in the afternoon? We must be getting there soon. But it's time for us to stop for the time being. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Please rejoin again for the next episode of Let's Plays Disco Elysium. And if you enjoyed this, remember to like and subscribe. So long.